So ahoy everyone. Again, I'm Rosalind from Virgin Voyages. Thank you so much for taking the time to join in tonight actually. Super excited to share some exclusive offers and updates about Virgin Voyages. As a reminder, again, there are travel advisors as well as future Virgin Voyages sailors on this call. Please make sure that if you're interested in booking with Virgin, that you book with the travel advisor who referred you to this event. And I will talk about all of those exclusive offers and incentives very soon. So with that, we are so excited that we finally launched officially with our first ship, Scarlet Lady, in October of 2021. So that was Scarlet Lady. We obviously had a long, difficult wait, but it was so worth it because we are definitely being noticed and recognized. So we actually won Cruise Critics' Best New Cruise Ship of 2021 with Scarlet Lady. And also we are TripAdvisor's #1 rated cruise line with the most number of 5-star reviews. Again, we are so excited that the sailors who have been interested in coming on board Virgin finally got to experience what exactly it means to set sail the Virgin way. So I'm going to give some highlights about why we are so excited for you all to come on board. We are very different than anything else already out there. If you know anything about our founder, Sir Richard Branson, and all of his Virgin companies, we truly want to disrupt the industry and do things very differently, which is why we are a game changer, because there really is nothing else like us out there on land or at sea. So as far as what it means to set sail the Virgin way and some highlights, I'm going to quickly talk about these and go into a little bit more detail. So yay, we are adults only. You have to be 18 years old to get on board our ship. You don't have to worry about any kids running around or screaming. Best part about it, you yourself can act like a big kid on board any of our ships. We really have an amazing food and beverage program on board. I'm not just saying this because I work for Virgin, but hands down, some of the best food I've ever tried, either on land or at sea. And we're breaking a lot of the rules with our food and beverage. I'll talk more about that coming up. So we are also more inclusive. We truly feel like we are a great value, considering everything that we're included. And again, I'll talk more about everything that is included in our voyage fare coming up. We also have this focus on health and wellness. So we like to say that we have that detox and retox experience, meaning if you want to indulge and eat, drink, be merry and party, you can definitely do that. However, if you want to have that more chill, laid back experience, if you want to focus more on health and wellness and fitness, you definitely have a lot of options as well. One big reason why we are very different than other cruise lines is talking about how you can curate your own experience. So unlike other traditional cruise lines, we don't have those strict daily schedules. The cruise directors doing all the different things that they do. We are very much wanting you to come as you are, do what you want to do on your own time and on your own schedule. Of course, we have a ton of different events and activities on board our ship. Best part about it, though, is that if anything appeals to you, you're able to do those things. If things don't appeal to you, that's totally fine too. You get to do your own thing on our floating resort at sea. And then lastly, we like to say that we have that yacht-inspired design. So very much that boutique hotel look and feel. And that floating resort at sea. One of my favorite things is that there's so many intimate spaces on board our ship that don't make you feel like you're on a traditional cruise ship. So just to touch on a little bit more about, what it means to set sail the Virgin way. Like I said, 18 years old, exclusively adult, definitely more that sophisticated travel experience in our floating boutique hotel at sea. And then, like I said, we are more inclusive. We hate the idea of nickel and diming on cruise ships. So truly a great value with all of our food and restaurants included, all of the tips, unlimited Wi-Fi, all of the group fitness classes, all of the onboard entertainment, and all of the essential drinks, which are the majority of non-alcoholic beverages. So that means still and sparkling water, soda, juice, coffee, and tea. So great feedback about our inclusions because these things can really add up on other cruise lines, sometimes doubling or even tripling the cost of the initial fare. So like I said, we have a lot of focus on health and wellness and well-being on board. If you are that traveler that wants to do absolutely nothing, If you want to do something, or if you want to do all the things, you can definitely experience that on board our ship. We have a lot of programming, events, and activities with our fitness, wellness, and spa on board. And that photo right there is of our thermal suite, which is the relaxation area on board our ship at Redemption Spa. So some of the options, if you want to make sure that you find that balance of healthy living, again, you see that photo right there, that is the runway. We like to say that you can strut, walk, or run and have these amazing ocean views. Of course, we have our full service spa. We have outdoor yoga areas and a lot of wellness experiences for all of our sailors on board. And then casually luxe. So again, this comes with the whole being able to curate your own experience. We definitely want to make sure that we're always offering that Virgin Rockstar service, but also we don't necessarily like the whole being too stuffy, too formal. We definitely want that casually luxe experience, that floating resort at sea, but without all of the stuffiness. And so again, great service, great vibe, great boutique hotel feel, but being able to do what you want to do on your own time and on your own schedule. And then epic experiences. So of course, our founder, Sir Richard Branson, loves music, loves all of the entertainment on board. What's great about our entertainment programming is that we are working with production companies that are creating all original content for us. Definitely more of that festival theme. So if you want to do a dance party, if you want to do a Cirque acrobatic style show, which is my favorite show, if you want to do a diva drag queen show, or an 80s workout VHS or karaoke. There's so many different opportunities for you to check out all of the different entertainment. And then of course, our most famous thing is our Scarlet Night. So that is our answer to the traditional formal night on most other cruise lines. Again, we don't do anything too formal or stuffy, but it is the best party on board the sailing for every itinerary, where we have a lot of different events and activities all throughout. But again, just a great experience for Scarlet Night. So moving on to my favorite topic, which is food. Again, fabulous food. We are breaking a lot of the rules with food and beverage on board. So we're happy to share that there are no buffets, there's no main dining room, no formal dress code or formal seating. We really just want to take away all of that stuffiness, all of those rules about traditional cruise dining and focus on delivering those amazing dining experiences. This is one of our popular restaurants. It's called The Wake, which is our steak and seafood restaurant, but absolutely beautiful design and amazing, amazing food served here. So best part about all of our dining, like I said, is that we have amazing specialty dining, but it is without all of the specialty upcharge and pricing that you would see on other cruise lines. And we definitely focus a lot on making sure that we're working with great Michelin star chefs that are creating and curating the dining experience. Again, everything is just fresh, made to order. And again, feeling like you're dining on land at some of the best restaurants that you can try on land, but you're in a floating resort. So just a little bit more detail about our restaurants, our specialty restaurants, again, without that specialty charge. We've got Gun Bay, which is the first Korean barbecue restaurant at sea. Really fun, high energy dining experience. Our crew here, they're amazing. They give you a shot of soju, which is like the Korean version of sake. And they also play drinking games with you. Definitely more of a social experience and social atmosphere here. Extra Virgin is our modern, authentic Italian restaurant. Homemade fresh pasta, meatballs, gnocchi, charcuterie, hands down, best Italian I've ever had. Pink Agave is our upscale Mexican restaurant, and it is definitely more Mexico City street food cuisine with a great selection of mezcal and tequila here. We also have the Test Kitchen, which is our learning laboratory restaurant. So we've got cooking and mixology classes here, as well as tasting menus. It is definitely a very unique dining experience that you have to try at least once when you're on board our ship. And then Razzle Dazzle is our more vegan, vegetarian forward restaurant. So I've got a lot of healthy options here. However, if that's not your jam, that's totally fine, because we also have our naughty menu and our secret menus. So again, we like to have that mix of good and bad and naughty and nice. You're able to add meat, add booze, fry up anything that you want with that naughty menu and secret menu. And then of course, the Wake, I showed a photo of that earlier. That is our steak and seafood restaurant. Really great options for bottomless brunch, as well as dinner with all of the amazing seafood and steak here. So, you don't necessarily need to go to a specialty restaurant to enjoy some amazing dining. So this is more of the fast casual, on the go, or if you don't, again, necessarily want to have the specialty dining experience, we have a lot of other options. The dock and the dock house that is in the back of the ship, or what we call the aft. They've got day beds, loungers, and Mediterranean cuisine available here. We've got the pizza place as well, which is a great late night dining option. Sun Club Cafe is our poke bowl place. The Social Club is our circus festival themed place where we've got popcorn, hot dogs, and candy. Grounds Club, of course, is our coffee shop, and Lick Me Till Ice Cream is our ice cream and gelato shop. And then moving on to our beverages. So we have really, really great beverage programming on board. And what's great about it is that, we don't like nickel and diming. We also want to make sure that we're offering very reasonable pricing. So on this slide right here, you're going to see some examples of our beer, wine, and liquor. And we're happy to share a good percentage of our drinks are under $10 and always inclusive of tips. So this is great. What I am going to share is that we have amazing incentives right now where you don't even have to pay for our drinks. And again, I'll be talking more about that coming up. So just a quick overview of our itineraries here. We do have 4 ships. 2 of them are currently live in the water. That's going to be Scarlet Lady out of Miami. She launched in 2021. That's our first ship. She's year-round out of Miami. Valiant Lady, she launched in May of last year out of Barcelona. Resilient Lady, she is launching very soon, this May, out of Athens, Greece. And then Brilliant Lady is launching December of this year out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. So just to give a little bit more details about our ports, destinations, and itineraries, like I said, Scarlet Lady, she's a shorter 4- and 5-night sailings year-round out of Miami, going to Mexico, the Caribbean, and Key West. Valiant Lady, out of Barcelona, we've got 2 7-night med sailings with overnights in either Ibiza or in Palma de Mallorca. And she's currently here in Miami with longer 6- and 8-night Caribbean sailings with new stops in San Juan, St. Croix, and Roatan. And then, like I said, Resilient Lady is launching very soon in May out of Athens, where we've got 2 7-nights with an overnight in Mykonos and visiting amazing Greek Isle destinations. And then she's making her way to Australia in the winter, where we've got anywhere from 2 to 14-night sailings traveling throughout Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania. But in between, we kind of have our version of a mini world cruise. It's a total of 44 nights, but broken down into 3 different segments. So you'll see we've got that 14-night Athens to Dubai, that 15-night Dubai to Singapore, and that last segment is the 15-night Singapore, Bali, and Sydney sailing. So really great bucket list destinations if you want to do that on board Virgin. And then our last ship is Brilliant Lady, launching December out of San Juan, Puerto Rico this year. We've got 2 7-night Southern Caribbean sailings, visiting a lot of these ABC islands. This is going to be one of my favorite itineraries here with these 7-night Southern Caribbean. St. Kitts and Nevis, Martinique, and St. Lucia. I love all of those destinations. So just get ready and excited for these 4 ships coming from Virgin. So moving on, the Beach Club at Bimini. So this is one of our marquee destinations for any itinerary that departs out of Miami. And we are super excited about our Beach Club. This is amazing. The great thing is that the entrance into the Beach Club is included in your voyage fare. All of the food here is included. We bring all of our Virgin Voyages crew on board to our Beach Club. So you have that friendly, familiar face and that rockstar Virgin service. And we stay here anywhere from 10 to 12 hours, depending on the itinerary. So you get that full relaxation. If you want to do shore excursions, we have DJ parties. If you want to have a more chill experience or a party experience, we have so much space to create that experience that you're looking for. And then moving on to our cabins and suites. So again, definitely more of that boutique hotel look and feel and design. And the majority of our cabins are our sea terrace balcony cabins. And so with this, we are very high tech, very digital. We like to call all of our cabins and suites clever cabins and suites. So you'll see on that desk, there is a tablet right next to that lamp right there. That tablet pretty much controls a lot of the things in your cabin, whether it's opening and closing the blinds and shades, turning on music, your TV, mood lighting, room service, housekeeping. You're able to do all the things with a touch of that tablet. So just showing you some of our mood lighting options. Again, that is with the help of our digital tablet right there. And then we have our wearable, which is called the band. So that band is for every single sailor that gets on board. It pretty much allows you to embark, disembark, pay for everything, open up your cabin and suites. We don't like those plastic key cards, so that is a great souvenir for you. And I love to say that we are super, super sustainable. That is a souvenir for you. And that is actually made from recycled plastic from the ocean and a keepsake for you all to take home. And then moving on to some of the configurations of our sea terrace. So on the bottom right-hand side, you'll see that visual. If you want to keep your bed as a bed the whole time, that's fine. However, if you want to change it up, our cabin hosts, they simply slide one section of the bed to the other to create that seabed lounger that you see right there. So just a great way to enjoy the space more in your cabin. And then moving on to our suites. So we've got 78 suites comprised of 63 Rockstar quarters and 15 Mega Rockstar quarters. This video right here, this is of our massive suite. It is amazing. I believe it's over 2,200 or almost 2,200 square feet, but really great amenities and perks for all of our Rockstar suites. So for example, if you book any of our Rockstar quarters, you'll get access to Richard Rooftop, which is that outdoor VIP lounge area, more exclusive, more private feel. We've got hot tubs, loungers, day beds there, as well as a bar. And I know something that's a favorite of a lot of our Rockstar sailors is every single day at Richard Rooftop. We've got our Moet and Chandon bubbly hour. So it's unlimited free flowing bubbles. I think it's for a couple of hours every single day. Great amenity and perk for Rockstar sailors. You also get a curated in-room bar. So if you see that photo on the left-hand side of that bar, it's fully stocked with beer, wine, liquor, and non-alcoholic beverages. All of that is included in the voyage fare, and that's on us. Early booking and priority access, so you all get first dibs to dining reservations, shore excursions, entertainment and activities with the help of your Rockstar agent. You have access to 24/7, just making sure that you have the most amazing time while you're sailing with Virgin Voyages. And then moving on to our Mega Rockstar quarters. So we only have 15 of these, definitely more of that VIP exclusive experience. So in addition, Mega Rockstar sailors get private transfers to and from the ship. They get a daily bar tab and bottomless in-room bar. So essentially all inclusive with that option. Daily spa access to our thermal suite. So if you want to get your relaxation on every day, we've got our sauna, whirlpool, steam rooms, all of that right there. And then of course, upgraded premium Wi-Fi for our Caribbean sailings. So here's a photo of Richard Rooftop. Again, that's that VIP outdoor area for all of our Rockstar sailors. So just going to quickly go over some of our onboard spaces. So we've got the roundabout, which is our atrium area on board our ship, very much that centralized meeting location where you can meet up with all of your friends. And of course, we have our outdoor pool areas, the aquatic club and well-being pool. And if you want to have that permanent mark and memory of your time on board Virgin, you can do that at Squid Ink Tattoo Studio. So B Complex, this is our fitness studio. They're able to do anything from yoga, treadmills, weights, machines, and all group fitness classes here. And moving on to some wellness, we've got the Tune-Up, which is our nail salon. Dry Dock is our women's hair salon. Stubble and Groom is our grooming lounge for men. And Redemption Spa is our full service spa. And moving on to some fun entertainment, we've got the Groupie, which is our karaoke space. We've got 3 private karaoke rooms. You can sing with all of your friends. It is soundproof, so you don't have to worry about how you sound while you're singing. The Red Room is one of our entertainment venues. What's cool about this space is that the stage and the seating configures in so many different ways, depending on what type of performance or show you're watching. The social club, I pointed that out earlier, that is our circus festival themed area, popcorn, hot dogs, candy. We also have one of our entertainers called the Gamer. They create a lot of different activities for both solo travelers as well as all of our sailors. You know, they're super excited about board games, card games, just games in general, and create a lot of different activities right here. and the arcade. So remember, you can be that big kid on board our ship, relive all of your childhood video games, playing all day and all night without having to worry about putting any coins into these video games. And then moving on to the Manor. So this is our 2-level nightclub, and it is amazing. That photo on the top left-hand side, I always point this out, that is the most Instagrammable spot on board our ship. So when you get on board, take that photo showing what a fabulous time you're having there. But the Manor is a great venue for music performances, entertainment, shows. We've got an 80s VHS workout here, and of course, dancing and clubbing late at night. And like I said, we have a lot of nods to Virgin Records and Virgin Music. So we've got Voyage Vinyl, our record shop on board, and then the casino. So this is our full service casino. Best part about it is that it is smoke free. So you don't have to worry about smelling like smoke, but you can play all day and all night here at the casino. So just as a recap, why Virgin Voyages? Again, the Virgin brand is always about delivering those amazing, unique customer experiences. We are adults only and more inclusive with all of the food, tips, and Wi-Fi included. And I always like to just throw this out there. How do you like to travel? If you love to travel without kids, if you're a foodie, if you want to feel like a rock star, you don't like anything too formal or stuffy, you want to try something very new and very different. And if you have that mindset of being young at heart at any age, we truly feel like you're going to have an amazing time on board Virgin Voyages. So I wanted you all to hear firsthand from some real life sailors who have experienced Virgin. But you know, a lot of people are like, I don't know if Virgin's the right fit for me. And again, hoping some of these quotes will help you out. But this first quote right here, it's a really mixed group of ages. I saw all shapes, sizes, and ages. There was from 20s to 80s. What I was really impressed with is how everybody was having a good time. That comes from Debbie, who's 60 years old and a first-time cruiser. Another quote that I love is on the right-hand side. It says, do yourself a favor and just go for it. You won't regret it. Amazing food, great vibe, plenty of places to relax and read a book, or just sit back and listen to some great music. It's a beautiful ship and the crew are the best out there, which I 100% agree with this quote. Our crew and dining and everything here is just amazing. But this comes from Stephen, who is 38 years old and a first-time cruiser. And then, of course, we definitely appeal to the all-inclusive, especially the adults-only luxury 4- and 5-star all-inclusive resorts. So one of the quotes that resonated with me is on the right-hand side. It says, I like to call sailing with Virgin much more inclusive. I feel like some resorts trick you with inclusions, but there are caveats, same as some other cruise lines, whereas Virgin is up front. The dining is the best at sea. The crew is second to none. That comes from Mim, who's 72 years old. She did a sailing with us last year, and she's doing 2 more this year in 2023. So again, great fit for the adults only all-inclusive luxury resorts. So with that, I just wanted to share some of our amazing, amazing offers right now. We currently have our most inclusive offer ever. So if you book one voyage, you get the second sailor at 60% off. And we're also giving up to $600 of free drinks. So just to break that down in a little bit more detail, if you book one sailor, get second at 60% off. This is good through January 31st if you make a booking by January 31st with a travel advisor who referred you here. And this applies to our Sea Terrace, Sea View, and Insider cabins. It does not include any of our suites. And then my favorite part are free bar tabs. So we are throwing in free money for you all to drink. Depending on the sailing length, if it's 6 nights or shorter, we are throwing in a free $300 bar tab per cabin. If the sailing is 7 nights or longer, we're going to give a free $600 bar tab per cabin. And that, again, is good through any bookings that are made by January 31st with your travel advisor who referred you here. And this does apply to all of our cabins and suites. And again, we have 4 ships. So just to give you more details on the eligible voyage dates and ships, these are the dates. Again, essentially all sailings through the end of 2023. We would love for you all to come and take advantage of our most inclusive offer ever. And we did a lot of research with our menus on board, whether it's our bar menus, coffee shop menus, any of our menus on board. You know, what can $600 of free drinks get you on board a Virgin Voyages ship? Well, it can get you up to 120 beers, up to 65 glasses of wine, up to 60 cocktails or gin and tonics, up to 150 specialty coffees, and up to 60 mocktails. And of course, if you get $300 bar tab, just split that in half. So really, really great value. And remember, we do always include all of our soda, coffee, tea, and still and sparkling water. And the last thing I wanted to just share is a 10% discount. If you are able to pay in full for any voyages that are outside 180 days, we are throwing in a 10% discount on the voyage fare that is combinable with any of our other offers. So I'm hoping this gives you all a better feel of what Virgin Voyages is all about. The incentive for you all, if you make one booking or any Virgin Voyages bookings by February 1st, that gives you 1 week, we are throwing in onboard credit, what we call Sailor Loot. So depending on your cabin category, we are giving you all $50 per cabin for an Insider Sea View, $100 for Sea Terrace, and $200 for a Rockstar Suite. Again, that has to be booked with a travel advisor who referred you to this event. And then remember, we are also giving a free $300 or $600 bar tab if you book it by January 31st. Again, this offer that I just shared with you all real quick is ending on January 31st. That is our 60% off second sailor. We would love for you to take advantage of all these things in addition to getting the up to $200 of onboard credit. So with that, I am just going to take a pause here and see if we've got any questions. Wow, there's only one chat. Okay, Roshana asked, what is the entry price for the spa? Roshana, if you're asking about like a day pass, and if I'm not answering your question, please go ahead and chat or unmute yourself. But our day pass, we do have, it's actually a shorter pass. It's 3 hours that gives you access to all of our thermal suite, which is the relaxation area. You can get a 3-hour pass for $39, which is, I think, is a great value. Can extra bar tabs be purchased? This comes from Kathy. Kathy, great question. Yes, you can definitely purchase a bar tab. Again, we're throwing in the free 300 or 600 bar tab. But our normal beverage program is you can prepay $300 before your voyage date, and Virgin Voyages will always throw in a free $50 bonus for a total of $350. And just to touch on more about the bar tab, it can be used by anyone that you want. If you want to share it with friends, family, that's fine. It's for any beverage that has a cost, which is essentially alcohol, specialty coffees, pressed juices, and smoothies. And it can be used on board our ship or at our beach club at Bimini. But remember, you get a free bar tab if you book by January 31st. Okay, let's see. Lolita says, are there adjoining rooms available? Yes, Lolita, there are. And I believe you are one of the travel advisors here. You're able to find those details on our platform on firstmates.com or contacting Sailor Services. Shannon says, are there any specials or discounts if we have 3 per room? Shannon, great question. Same incentive. It would be the book 1 sailor, get second at 60% off. We do have a little bit more of a charge for that 3rd person. But if you speak to your travel advisor, they will be able to give you a quote and a price on what a triple would be for any of our cabins or suites. Veronica says, I am in the middle of doing a booking right now, and I noticed on the invoice there was over a $1,000 discount. Is this the 60%? That is correct, Veronica. So the other discounts, just so you all are fully aware, pay in full for any sailings outside 180 days, that's 10%. If it's a sailing outside 180 days, we're also doing a book early, save more discount. That's an additional 10%. So really great incentives right now, including that book 1, get second sail at 60% off. Liz, so if we book by February 1st, we get an extra $50 for the cruise. Liz, yes, you would get $50 if you book the Insider Sea View, $100 for a Sea Terrace, or $200 for a Rockstar Suite. And Liz, that has to be booked with a travel advisor who referred you on this call. Roshana says, I have a client that is booked for her birthday. Do they have anything special for birthdays? Yes, Roshana, you want to make sure that you Note that in the booking by contacting Sailor Services. And of course, if you know Virgin, we always want to make sure that we surprise and delight. So we will do something special, but if you have a specific request, you can contact our Sailor Services team to make that request. Kathy says, is there also a 10% discount if the cruise is paid up front? Kathy, great question. If it is a sailing that is outside 180 days and you pay in full, yes, we will give a 10% discount. If you pay in full and it's within 180 days of voyage date, we do not give that 10% discount. Jasmine says, if friends and family book separately, can we request our rooms by each other? Absolutely. Jasmine's not sure if you're a travel advisor or not, but your travel advisor can definitely help request having your cabins be close to each other. Elizabeth, can you share the voyage dates again? Absolutely. Hold on. Yes, Kathy. So and Elizabeth, I am going to go back to the voyage dates, but Kathy, she asked to the possibility of 10% discounts. Kathy, yes. So we give 10% discounts if you pay in full for any sailings outside of 180 days, and then 10% discount if it's a sailing outside of 180 days. That's called our book early, save more discount. Yes, great question, Jessica. So Elizabeth, there are the dates for our wave offers. Again, that's with the free bar tabs up to $600 and the book one voyage get second sailor off. So Jessica, the status match. Yes, we are launching our sailing club, which is the name of our loyalty club. It is in pre-launch mode. We're planning on launching it hopefully in the spring, but we're giving some pre-launch perks right now where if you book and sail by March 31st, if you have matching status or if you have status with any other major cruise lines and you meet that membership level, we're able to match the status. You just have to, with the help of your travel advisor, you would just have to give them proof of loyalty status with another major cruise line. And if it meets our criteria, we're going to give a lot of perks, whether it's $100 bar tab, premium Wi-Fi, laundry service, daily coffee credit. Again, that's for any sailings that are booked and sailed by March 31st. But once we actually finalize our sailing club amenities and perks, we will share all of that with you. I'm assuming it's going to be even better than some of our pre-launch perks, but really, really generous offerings right there. Cynthia says, will the Sailor Loot be added automatically when I do the booking or do I need to enter a code when booking? Cynthia, I assume that you are a travel advisor. If you are, then you would need to contact me for any bookings that you make by February 1st. And my team will manually add the Sailor Loot to the bookings. So yes, and just so you all know, Sailor Loot, again, that's what we call our onboard credit. That can be used for anything on board our ship, any onboard purchases. So whether it's retail, spa, tattoo, additional drinks, if you want to book a shore excursion while you're on board, you're able to use this Sailor Loot for that. But again, it can't be for anything pre-voyage. It has to be for any onboard purchases. So any travel advisors here who make any bookings with your clients who are on this call or who listen to the recording, please email me after February 1st with all of your bookings so that our fabulous team can add on the Sailor Loot to the bookings. Vernon says, if you can't book by February, will there be another offer? Great question, Vernon. So there will be another offer if you're talking about the book one voyage get second sailor at half off. There is going to be another promotion. It's not going to be as good as the book one get second sailor at 60% off, but we will have one. Vernon, I'm so sorry, I'm not sure if you're a sailor or if you're a travel advisor, but talk to your travel advisor who referred you here so that we can try to give you some incentives after. But again, the richest offers, the best offers are literally right now, which is why I'm having this call, because I want you all to take advantage of it. Hands down, best pricing, free bar tabs up to $600, up to $200 of onboard credit. Again, if you book by February 1st, would love for you all to take advantage of this. The other thing I just wanted to touch on is a deposit is 20% of the voyage fare. So my apologies, I should have added that. 20% deposit is going to be 20% of the voyage fare, and that's what is required by February 1st. And final payment is due at 120 days before the voyage date. Liz says, can we use our credits on the Virgin Island? Yes, absolutely. Great question, Liz. So our Sailor Loot and bar tab that can be used at our beach club at Bimini. So Shannon says, so if we book early, we get 10% off, and then we can get another 10% off if we pay in full upfront. Absolutely, Shannon. Again, just to clarify, that is for any sailings outside 180 days. Rashana asks, is this additional Sailor Loot other than the ones I currently see on my client's booking? That is correct, Rashana. That this is additional. All of the Sailor Loot, the 50, 100, and 200 is combinable with anything that you currently have. Elizabeth says, do you offer any type of financing? We do. We partner with Uplift, where they have to, any of your clients or Virgin sailors, they just have to do a check. And if they're approved, we're able to do financing monthly payments. But again, that's not handled by Virgin. That is handled with our partner, which is called Uplift. Martha says, brilliant 6 days, 12/24 through 12/30. Yes, because Brilliant is launching this year, we are really just wanting as many bookings for 2023 as possible. Of course, Resilient Lady, she is launching May of this year, but we would love to have some more bookings into 2024. Veronica says, will the bar tab be automatically added? Yes, it will. Again, that depends on 6 nights or shorter or 7 nights or longer. 6 nights or shorter is going to be a free $300 bar tab. 7 nights or longer is going to be the $600 bar tab. Vernon, do you offer flight packages? Yes, absolutely. We partner with all airlines except for Spirit and Frontier. And your travel advisor who referred you can definitely help with pre and post hotel and air. Wow, I answered a lot of questions. So, but you guys do not be shy. Feel free to keep asking any questions. I'm hoping, again, this gives you all a better sense of what Virgin is all about. Would love for you all to come on board. Again, if there's multiple bookings that you make on Virgin on multiple itinerary dates, you are going to get all of these incentives, which again are the 50, 100, or 200. That applies to literally any booking you make. Remember, the bar tab is available through January 31st, though. So I know that doesn't time in well with February 1st. So I would love to just change February 1st to January 31st so you can take advantage of all these things. Let me just see if there's any more questions. Yes. Okay. So Liz says, hold on. Sorry, not Liz. My bad. Sorry, guys. I'm just scrolling down to see all these questions. Shannon says, in the Seaview Terrace room, it says up to 3 people, but only shows 2 beds. Yes. So we do have a Pullman for a sea terrace for the 3rd sailor. I'll be very honest. I personally think that our sea terrace is great for 2 people max. Even though we can accommodate more, it is doable, but you know, it's whatever anyone's level of comfort is, obviously combined with their budget. But we do bring a Pullman bed for a 3rd sailor in a sea terrace. Kathy says, can you go back over the 2 extra credits you're offering? Are they per room or per person? If you're talking, and Kathy, just to clarify, if you're talking about the 10% pay in full and the 10% book early, save more for any sailings outside 180 days, that is per cabin, not per person. Of course, of course, of course. Kathy, oh, no, the 50, 100, and 200. Okay, so that is per cabin, not per person. So just to clarify, this 50, 100, 200 is not per person, that is per cabin. Okay, Liz says, does a balcony room comfortably sleep 3? You know, comfort varies depending on who you are. Again, I feel like I like to be super comfortable, so I love being there by myself or with my partner. But I think that for 3 people, if they are comfortable with each other, then and comfortable being in a Pullman bed for that 3rd sailor, that's definitely fine. So Veronica says, so if I book tomorrow, will my client get the $100 loot plus the $300 bar tab and 60% discount? Absolutely. So Veronica, and just to clarify, yes, if you book your client tomorrow, and if they book a sea terrace, they'll get $100 onboard credit per cabin. They'll get the free $300 bar tab if it's a 6-night or shorter sailing, and they will get the book one voyage, get second sailor at 60% off, as long as it's one of the eligible voyage dates. And let me go back to the dates real quick. Okay, yes, Elizabeth, groups can book. Groups can definitely book. I'm glad you brought that up. So our groups are defined as, hello, sorry, did someone unmute themselves and ask a question? Okay, I'm gonna just mute just to avoid any background noise, but if you have a question and don't want to chat and want to talk, feel free to unmute yourself. So Elizabeth, groups are defined as 10 cabins, and that can be solo, double, triple, or quad. There's an amenity for everyone in the group, and that's going to be an additional $50, $100, or $200 of onboard credit, again, matching our current offer, and it is combinable with our offer. So if you book an insider sea view, you'll get 50. You book a sea terrace, you'll get 100. And if you book a suite, you'll get 200. And there are no discounts with any groups. There's no promotional group rates. Terry says, clarification, please. If we're looking to sail within 180 days, any additional discount? Sorry, a little confused. No worries, Terry. If you're looking to sail within 180 days, you will get the discount right here. This discount, 60% off. There is an additional 10% discount out, and I don't want to confuse you anymore, but inside 180 days, as long as it's one of these eligible voyage dates, we are able to give the book one voyage, get second sailor off. So I don't want to confuse anything else. If it's outside 180 days, there are some additional discounts, but to not confuse you, I'm just going to say within 180 days, yes, you can get this discount, book, buy one sailor, book one voyage, get second sailor at 60% off. Let's see, Veronica says booking Central Sea Terrace or Central Terrace for June 2023, so they will get all discounts. Veronica, that is correct, which means this one, the get second sailor 60% off plus the free bar tab. Shannon says, if we pay in full to get the discount, what is the refund policy? That is a great question. So you can pay in full to get the discount. The refund for anything that's outside 120 days, if it's within 7 days of you putting your pay in full, we can do a full refund. If it's outside 7 days, we will give you a future voyage credit. But make sure that you talk to your travel advisor who referred you to this event to make sure that they give you all of the refund and cancellation policies. But I think that's it. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to your travel advisor. The one thing I just wanted to stress, I know some folks have hopped off the call, is to please try to book by January 31st so you can take advantage of the free bar tabs, the onboard credit of up to $200, and the book one voyage, get second sailor at 60% off. I did just want to stress one more thing for any travel advisors who are on this call, just because I was not able to filter out who is a future Virgin Voyages sailor or a travel advisor, if you could please email me. And you have my contact info, so please email me if you want the recording, because I am sending this recording out strictly to travel advisors. I'm not sending it out to consumers. That's up to you for you guys to send it out to anyone who might not have been on this call. So please email me if you want this recording, all of my travel advisors here. But thank you guys so much. Again, the one thing I cannot stress is if you have any friends, family, anyone who you think would be a great fit for Virgin, please make sure that you refer them to the travel advisor who brought you to this event so they can take advantage of all of these things that we'd love to give you within 1 week by January 31st, or technically February 1st, but I want you to get all the things by January 31st. So with that, thank you guys so much. Again, travel advisors who are on this call, please email me for the recording so I can send it to you. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a great night and look forward to seeing you on board.